My beloved, wonderful, and beautiful, amazing Scorpios, I'm Gabriella from Gabriella's Vampire Tarot. For today, I'm going to be doing a general love reading, a 5-card spread. But before I do that, I want to offer these two beautiful roses as a token of my love and appreciation for y'all for supporting me. I love you guys incredibly, so thank you all so much for your devotion to me. So anyway, the first card represents you, the second the other person, the third the relationship, the fourth the past, the fifth the future. And I'm going to draw a special vampire oracle and then a favole card for more information. But let's get started with card number 1, which is you. 9 of Wands. Interesting. Okay, I'm getting both senses, the single Scorpios and the ones in a relationship. Now let's start off with the ones in a relationship. If you're going through any kind of hardships, especially coming from your side, I see that you're incredibly exhausted with the other person, but yet somehow you are not giving up. Totally up to you. Maybe, this person is, definitely worth your time and everything. So, it's like, it's up to you. No judgment ever coming from me ever about what you want to do and achieve, with goals and endeavors in your life. But I just see that, sometimes, not everything is ever going to be sunshine and rainbows. There's sometimes going to be clashes, thunderstorms, all kinds of storms and stuff like that. But as long as you can weather them all, if this person is meant to be, or if you want to really be with this person, just don't give up on this person. And that's what I see for you. Admirable and remarkable. For the single Scorpios out there, I can see that if you're still in a single situation, you want to be with somebody and you're so tired, you probably think, I still haven't found that man or woman of my dreams, and I just really need to be with somebody, but yet I'm not giving up. Don't give up. The thing is sometimes, you just need to have patience and faith to be able to, wait for that one moment where that man or woman just shows up into your life, and voila, then, it's like a beautiful harmony, just takes place between you two. But the thing is, it's like the media tends to, or movies and TV shows, stuff like that, like media in general, they kind of tend to exaggerate how two people fall in love and when it happens and stuff like that. So that's why, the human, tells me about these stories. But the thing is regarding my romantic connection with that vampire, there was actually no romance at all. I mean, I was still single, but incredibly naive in my own way. So the thing is, it's like, if you're single like I was at the time, I met this vampire. I really thought, oh, maybe this is the person in my dreams. Biggest mistake of my life, because then I turned into this. But the thing is for you, I would not try to rush into anything, try to avoid any people, that could end up, harming you, like what happened with me. So, enjoy the ride, but try to just remain patient, that's all. For the other person, the Emperor. Ooh, maybe you're with an Aries of some kind. Maybe somebody has Aries, somewhere in their placements and stuff like that. But what I see here is this person is very authoritative. And I know how fixed and stable Scorpios, both men and women, are. So what I see here is, it's like, maybe, it's like, that's why, you don't want to give up on this person, because maybe this person comes across as a bit of a controlling person, man or woman, and then you just think, oh, come on, please, it's like, I want to be with you and stuff like that, but only if you can kind of change this and that about you. I can understand how, when a fixed person is, starts getting dominated by somebody else, that you pretty much just think, okay, this is kind of wearing me out. But the thing is, it's like, as long as, if you love this person for who they are, maybe sometimes this person comes across as being a bit on the negative side, sometimes both men and women, whoever it may be, okay, as long as you love this person, just don't give up. I'm sure, those storms will turn into sunshine and rainbows eventually. And, for the single Scorpios out there, it's like, okay, maybe, you haven't given up on finding somebody. But like I mentioned before, you don't want to rush into anything, because, just like with the vampire, he kind of dominated me in the sense that he wouldn't, when I said, oh, we're closing, and then he decides to say, no, I need to read, because this was like going on 10 o'clock in the evening, and I thought, okay, it's like I should actually be heading home now, back to my, family and stuff like that, but no, I had to give this vampire a read. So, I felt kind of dominated in that sense, and I didn't enjoy that, but, the thing is, it's like, you don't want to jump into somebody because, you hope that, this person will come across as being very loving and generous. Maybe they are, maybe they aren't. So, I would just, be careful and make sure, okay, I can understand you're tired of being single, but just don't jump immediately into whoever this person is, because it could also start clashing with you as well. Relationship. Death. Ooh. Well, you know, like I mentioned, you know, it's like the vampire. This is one of the cards I pulled for the vampire. Literally killed me off. This was the third card I pulled for him, and this is the third card, Sally, I'm pulling for you. But for you, it's more or less a rebirthing card. I mean, this is actually one of your cards. This is a Scorpio card and stuff like that. So this is actually you going through a rejuvenating, rebirthing moment. And what I see here is, don't give up, because eventually, it's like you will probably have a rebirthing moment. You might eventually meet another Scorpio someday, or whoever it may be, but there's definitely going to be a renewal in your life sometime. And for the ones in a relationship, you could be with another Scorpio, that could be very beautiful, harmonious, but it could also be, that you're also going through a renewal phase as well. And that's why, you don't want to give up. Because, you're tired and you pretty much just think, okay, we've been fighting, we've been having conflicts, but yet I'm not giving up on this person. So, I do see that your relationship is going through a bit of a transition. Well, let's look at the past. Six of Cups. Okay, so this is all about nostalgia. So maybe, you guys are high school, college sweethearts and stuff like that. So in the past, you were all about just having all of this nostalgia feeling and pretty much just thinking, okay, it's like, remember all of these wonderful, beautiful moments that we shared and stuff like that. And normally you also see, one person handing a bouquet of flowers to somebody else in the other Six of Cups situation. So obviously there was a very beautiful courtship moment between you and the other person. But, that's what I kind of see here is, there's definitely, a beautiful past for you guys. But let's look at the future. Judgment. Okay, so I'm getting both sides here. For the single ones, I see that there's going to be, a love and relationship and a celebration coming your way someday. Can't say when, where, or how, but there's definitely, judgment, of a beautiful celebratory moment. Because normally with the judgment, you see these humans standing in their coffins looking up at this angel with the trumpet. It's all one big joyous occasion. So I do see that sometime along the road, can't say when, where, or how, but you will probably find somebody you want to, that you will be with. And that's why you're not giving up, because you know that there's something way better down the horizon. Now, for the ones who are kind of going through a bit of a glitchy kind of relationship, you're having a renewal phase. This is also about clarity. Head out of the clouds. Maybe, you're kind of going through a bit of a transitioning phase of, with the death relationship card. But this is also about celebration as well. So, clarity can mean celebration. Divorce, sadly, can mean a celebration in some aspects, if you're both really unhappy, or especially if you're unhappy. But judgment could also be celebration where, okay, you're going through a transition and it's going through for the best. Love it. So either way, it's like, okay, just don't give up on whatever you want. But what I've told other, zodiac signs in the past, don't ever let yourself, get, compromised by somebody else's happiness, because the thing is your happiness also means 100%, also of great importance. And don't allow people to say, well, it's like, well, can't you be the one to constantly be, to be, well, giving this or doing that or changing for me and stuff like that. Everybody it should be a reciprocated, we'll give and take kind of situation. So hopefully this will all work for the best. Well, let's grab an oracle card for you. Discipline, training, consistency, and practice. And maybe that's what the transitioning phase is going to go through, is discipline, training, and practice. The thing is maybe you guys have to remind each other why you guys are together in the first place, and think, okay, I remember when, we went to that movie, I remember we went to that dance, I remember we had that class together, I remember anything, about the Six of Cups moments, because that's all about looking at the past and having a beautiful past. Practice, consistency, try to be as consistent as possible, when you actually are going through a transitioning phase, always, try to be as consistent as who you are and why that person fell for you in the first place. And the same goes for, that the other person should also be consistent in their own ways. So, but for the single Scorpios out there, okay, just keep training, be consistent, practice, go on courtship, dating phases, ask other people for advice, because about 300 to 400 years ago, it was about 400 years ago, because, but anyway, my parents, they met each other at a bonfire, and, it's like, the only way how they met was just that their eyes met. And that's what I remember being told when I was a youngling, it's like to say, oh yeah, we were just, looking at each other, and then we just kind of, got to know each other. We went through our courtship phase, and then, And that's how you all came about. So the thing is, I would just kind of, go on courtship phases and just be, practice, train, and just, be disciplined about it and stuff like that. And eventually you might end up in a very beautiful judgment situation someday. But let's grab a Favole card. King of Crosses, King of Wands. There's definitely some kind of passion and very, courageous and, strength and, a very beautiful, passionate connection somewhere in the future. Now the thing is even about, renewals of some kind, that also takes a lot of courage and a lot of passion to be able to have the judgment and clarity and stuff like that. But for the single ones out there, I do see that, there's definitely something, passionate heading towards you. A King of Wands situation, that doesn't per se have to mean a Leo. Could be an Aries or a Sagittarius, or somebody has fire somewhere in their placement charts, that someday you will be in a very passionate situation. Love it. Well, my beloved Scorpios, I'm going to have to leave it at that for you, but if this reading resonated, please feel free to subscribe and join me on the journey for more vampire knowledge. But I just want to thank you all so very much for supporting me and my channel. I love you guys incredibly. In a few days, I'm going to go back to general readings. I'm going to go back and forth between general and love from now, but I just want to say how much I love and admire you guys incredibly. So thank you all so much.